Yo, what is good? What is good? What is good, everybody? Bum here. There's so many ideas in my head that I couldn't really. I slept a bit, but not too much. And I was like, you know what, man? Let me uh, let me put this on the YouTube. Let me put this on the airwaves. Let people know what I'm thinking when it comes to Dragon Ball Fighters and changes that I would like to see within the future, pretty much. So I want to be way more active on the YouTube, as I said before. Not only uploading YouTube matches and tournaments and stuff like that, but just things like this in general. So if you guys don't mind, please become a member of the Chaos on our YouTube. As you guys can see, there are different levels, different memberships that you guys can join. It would be greatly appreciated if you guys can. I'm trying to be just way more active with YouTube, just way more active in general. And obviously this will help me out with making things happen within the community as well. For those that don't know, your boy is working for Bandai. It's gonna start this Sunday. Not too sure what time. I know a lot of people have been asking me what time and stuff like that, but on Saturday and Saturday is the West Coast, Sunday is the East Coast, and obviously you guys can see part of that pretty much. Yeah, so I'm like, I just have all these ideas that I want to talk about, that I feel will better the game for sure. So let's get to it. So the first thing I want to talk about, which I think is very important, there's two things, as a matter of fact, two things that I want to talk about. One that, we have spoke about so many times, and then the second thing is pretty much part of it as well, but something kind of new, kind of fresh that I would like to see. So the first one is obviously rollback. Obviously rollback. I can't express this enough. I have spoke about this so many times, and I feel like rollback needs to be included. The game is at a great pace right now. It's in a great place right now with how it is. Matches are a little bit faster. Characters are feeling more unique, more different, and I like that about this game for sure. But the thing that's missing is rollback. Being able to play online and having those smooth connections, and not only the smooth connections, not only that, but being able to play people from a much further distance. I feel like that's so important. And whoever they need to hire, whether it's from NRS, the people that did Skullgirls, the Pony game, whatever it is, those people included the rollback, and they did a great job. Obviously, Killer Instinct. I would love for them to just hire one of those people to make sure that that rollback is implemented perfectly. I don't think it's going to be easy, obviously not, but if they was to be able to do it, the community will be extremely happy and grateful for that. We're already happy enough as it is with 3.5, but at the end of the day, we do want that rollback, and just be able to play it very smoothly. It's not going to be perfect, but much more smoothly. The second thing I want to talk about is something maybe people haven't come up with yet or anything like that, but I want to talk about just having like a friend list. So the reason of the friend list is, let's say for a streamer like me, right? I stream. I don't like having like my PSN popping up and people messaging me and stuff like that. So I have like the notifications off when it comes to that. But what I feel you can do is add people as a friend within the game, right? You have somebody included as a friend. And if you have notifications on within the game, it'll tell you when somebody gets on, and it'll let you know what lobby they're in. The reason of doing that is so that way you are aware when somebody gets on. Let's say you just chilling and a little bored or whatever the case may be, and you're like, oh, my friend came on. Let me go to that lobby and see where he's at, or she, Another thing that you could do is probably message them, in-game message. And not only that, the other thing that you could do is not only see where the lobby they're in, but also see the room that they created or the room that they're in and how many people are within the room. I think that would be great to see. Maybe you want to join in, but it's too packed or whatever the case may be. That's why you can in-game message them and tell them like, hey, I want to be able to join your room. I want to be able to play a match with you, stuff like that. So I feel like that's very important, and that's something that they should include in the game future-wise, I think it would be good. Very good. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was a mixture of battle mechanics and also characters. These 3 characters, obviously, I want to talk about because I feel like they're missing things that obviously is putting them on the weak side of everybody's tier list. And I have a few things that I would like to input that I feel like the characters would be a lot stronger if they had those tools pretty much. And then some battle mechanics that I feel like need a little bit of tweaking. I spoke about this earlier last week, and I also spoke about it last night. So let's get to it. All right, so I want to talk about these 3, and the first character I really want to talk about is Frieza. Certain things I just don't like about the character that I feel like needs to be worked on for sure. So let's get into it. The first thing that I definitely dislike is this. Oops, wrong assist. Excuse me. It's this.
Those who defy the gods must be punished.
So my thing about that assist is that if you close by, it doesn't work, obviously, right? I think that's super silly. So pretty much, it should track. It should be just like Nappa, where Nappa does the one where you at is where he's gonna do it. Now, clearly, when he does that move, it doesn't go full screen, and I think that's how it should work as the assist. It tracks you almost to full screen, but it shouldn't whiff like this. I think that's absolutely horrible, and it should track. It should track till it gets to like 75% of the screen, and then that's it. Then it can't track no more. And then obviously when you have them in the corner and stuff, he'll track, or he'll be at a certain position where the move will hit and stuff like that. Besides that, I like his 2 other assists. I think his 2 other assists is pretty solid. But yeah, definitely that assist needs some tweaking for sure. So the next things that I wanted to talk about was a few things when it comes to Frieza on point. Number 1, let me fix this up. Number 1, the standing H, it seems like there's like a dead zone, right? Whenever he starts it up. Obviously, it's kind of hard to show it, but it does happen here and there where I have seen it myself. And pretty much, obviously, kill off the dead zone. As soon as the move starts, that's where everything should come out. All right. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was his he's down 8. I mean, this move has a crazy amount of range, right, which is great. But there is a huge issue with this move, and it's because it's counted as a projectile attack as opposed to a physical attack. And if you're wondering what I mean by that, let me show you. So if I put this on,
Guess I'll give you a fright.
you can't hit him.
Guess I'll give you a fright. Feel that.
See? That's extremely bad. And he also has this he also has that problem against Master Roshi and other characters as well when they do certain things, and they should just change this to a physical attack. It doesn't make any sense for this move to be a projectile based attack. It's just kind of silly for that to be like that. I really do hope that they change that. It's something that has been like that since the very beginning, and I get it. There should be bad matchups and stuff like that, but that right there, being a projectile-based attack instead of physical, I don't agree with. If they want to, what they could do is make it just more negative, because I understand it has a lot of range, right? Like, it has an insane amount of range. Look at that. Like, that is a lot of range. So let it be like negative 25 or something like that if they have to do so, but yeah, that's just pretty crazy to have it like that. I definitely don't agree with that move being like that. I think that would be a great fix for the character. So the last thing I wanted to talk about was Frieza's teleport blast. Pretty much is this move right here. And I think this is a pretty cool move. Obviously, it's safe. It does have a long wind-up, long startup. But it's -4. I think it could be -2 as well. So you see how I was up close? I was up close, and then I end up being real far. A good change that they can do to the move is pretty much if you hold the button, he'll always be close to the opponent. So he'll literally, if you know, you can do it there, and he'll always be close. Like if he's close to them, and you hold the button, he'll be close to them, and he'll do the move right there. So it'll give him cross up opportunities, including that he can stay close, or he can just do the regular one where you tap it and he'll be far. You understand? So I feel like this would be cool, where you can do something like this, and you know what I'm saying? If you hold the button, pretty much he can cross up, stay close, and continue the pressure. Clearly, the move has a long startup. Like look at how long it starts. Look how long it takes. So it takes a hell of a long time, 34 frames, right? And I believe you can super dash it, right? So I feel like that move definitely can just, if you hold the button, he stays close to them, similar to like the way he does it right here, and then you could cross up and pretty much, you know, be able to do some type of messed up things, whether you cross up with an assist or, you know, just want to cross up and then vanish and continue the combo, whatever the case may be. But I feel like that would be a good buff for him as well. And that's it for Frieza. So let's move on to Zamatsu. All right, so the next character I want to talk about is Zamasu. And there's a few things that I do have issues with when it comes to him and how he plays and stuff like that. So let's get to it. So the first one is his Ki Blast. His Ki Blast has 1 durability point. I shit you not. It has 1 durability point. So it's always going to lose the Ki Blast war, right? It's pretty fast. But the thing is that 1 durability point, and not only does it have 1 durability point, but also, as you guys can see, you can duck the move. It's so bad. That's the reason why you never see any Zamatsu use it. It's just terrible. It's just absolutely horrible. One of the changes that I wanted to make is let it have 3 durability points. I feel like that would be you know, something that will be as of use. And then let it hit people that crouch. Like, look at that. I guess if anything, let it be bigger, right? Let the Ki Blast be a little bit bigger, so that way it can hit most crouching opponents, if not every crouching opponent. It's just like, I mean, Brawly. It's going over Brawly, man. It's kind of crazy. And if it's going to go over characters, then just at least let it have 3 durability points. Something, man. Something has to give for this move, because this move is horrible. Oh, my goodness, this move sucks. So the next move I want to talk about is, what is this move called? Let's go look and see. So it is Divine Order, which is that move right there. So my whole thing about this move is that pretty much it takes mad long for it to come out, the projectile, right? But it's the equivalent of a beam. So my thing is pretty much, I feel like when it gets to a certain point, right, you should be able to throw that out, and it cuts through everything and it pierces. There's no reason that this move should be 40 frame, not 40 frame startup, but it takes 39 frames to get to the opponent pretty much. And I feel like definitely it should cut through beams. It should not only cut through beams, but it should also pierce. So it hits the assist, it hits you, you know, things like that. I'm not too sure if it does or it does not, to be honest with you, but clearly it doesn't go through beams. I feel like it should wipe out beams, it should nullify beams, and keep going and pierce through everything. You know, if it's going to take that long for it to come out, that's what it should do. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the move being done in the air. Now, he could do the move in the air, but the problem is he can't throw it downward. So I was thinking that, you know how GT Goku, when he does the beam, he throws it at a down angle, right? he should be able to throw that move downward, and it goes downward towards you. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be pretty cool to have, where he can throw it downward or straight across. I think that would be really cool for the character to have. Another issue with the character is this move. This move is cool. Don't get me wrong. This move is cool. But there's two issues that I don't like with the move. One is this.
This is the end.
You super dash at him, it goes away. I think that's horrible, right? That's something that's in the game that's like inconsistent, right? It's very inconsistent across the board. Like with some characters, if you super dash at them, they'll still have like the character out or whatever the case may be. And then there's other characters like Beerus and him that if you super dash, you know, it goes away. I guess because it's not a character, right? It's not like a Cyberman or the Ginyu Force. So my thing is maybe because here's the problem. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get this.
This is the end.
You can super dash through it. So I was thinking maybe you can have this character be like a lane character, right? Like he can have this and then fly, and so he could do this, he could do this, shoot, and then when they come at him, you know, he ends up being able to use that move and strike them down, and they can't super dash and stuff like that. So he could be like really lame when it comes to that. And the last thing I was gonna say is maybe that move can go a little bit further, right? Like the light version stays close. If you do the light version, it stays close. And when you do the medium version, it goes a little bit further, right? So I was thinking like it'll go at an angle where you see where it didn't reach him, it'll definitely reach him. So you choose the light version, which obviously it shoots a little bit faster, but it stays close. And when you do the medium version, it takes longer, but it has more range or way more range, depending how they want to do it, pretty much. And then I was thinking like the EX version can just track. It can literally track to a certain distance. So you can do it like that. If they don't want to make it that they change it to a beam property, at least have it that it doesn't go away on block. So like if you put him in a block string, it doesn't go away. I get it that they kind of want to, you know, avoid it being cheap and stuff like that, but you know, if you knocking him down and you have him in pressure, he can't do that move anyway. So I think it would be pretty cool for him to have that, or at least the EX doesn't go away. Something has to give, man. Something has to give, because I feel like it kind of sucks for him to, you know, have that go away on block. It's kind of silly, right? It's not like a super threatening move. When he has you in a block string, yeah, like, oh man, this is crazy pressure and stuff like that. But you have guard cancel, you have spark, you know, and then it allows him to have more of an offensive mix, you know, which the game needs things like that anyway, to be honest with you. And he doesn't really zone. He doesn't really zone like that. And the last thing is Lightning of Absolution.
Lightning of Absolution.
This move sucks. Even though it can hit as a happy birthday, this move sucks. I mean, we've seen it on Twitter plenty of times where the character super dash and it hits him and breaks up the Lightning of Absolution. He can get hit. So my suggestion is, number one, make it track wherever they at. So if they super dashing, when he does the level 3, strikes him down immediately. Strikes him down immediately. And second, let him have invincibility until the move ends. Literally, let the move end, and then he no longer has invincibility, because it's a move that takes forever, right? Or damn, it's hard to say, but like at least let it have like 10-15 frames more of invincibility when he does this. Like maybe like on the third strike or something like that. Like, you know, I don't know. I just feel like the move definitely needs invincibility way more than what it has, because you can interrupt him when he's doing that, and I'm like, nah, that's a level 3. That should not happen. I get it that it doesn't go into a cinematic when it strikes you down, but that's why it should have more invincibility for sure, man, for sure. So those are my changes for Zamatsu. I feel like that will definitely make him a much better character. Oh yeah, and when he's the assist, you see how long that move takes? 40 frames, 47. Let it pierce. Let it destroy everything in his path. Literally let it destroy everything in his path. If a beam is coming towards his way, it destroys the beam, goes through, and it hits the opponent and the assist as well, or whoever is there. Pretty much. Let it just pierce everything. That move takes forever. So, you know, that'll be the trade-off. The move takes mad long, but in doing so, it just wipes out everything that comes his way. And those are my changes for Zamatsu. You know, that's how I feel when it comes to the character and making him better. Let's move on to Goku Black. All right, so let's talk about Goku Black. This character, I feel like he's pretty decent on point, but he's definitely missing a few things that makes him a character that's very low on the tier list for the majority of players. So I would definitely like to talk about this character and what I feel will help him to be a much better character. So number one, let's talk about this whack-ass assist that he has here.
Those who defy the gods must be punished!
That assist is terrible. Why would they make that an assist? I have no clue. It has no range. Like, it really has no range at all. It comes out pretty fast, though, 20 frames. And then the block advantage is 29. That's cool. But to be honest with you, they could have made it this move. They could have literally just made it that. That could have been the assist right there. The light version of, I'm not too sure what that move is called. God Slicer. It could have literally been the God Slicer as the second assist. You know what I'm saying? So the beam and then that and then the dive kick as the C assist. Yeah. So like they could have just made this move. Just change that move from what it is now to the God Slicer, please. That will make a huge difference. That would be cool. It will make it easier for people to confirm into a combo, pressure, a whole bunch of stuff. Like that would be so cool to have that move be the B assist, man. Because right now the B assist is horrible. The other move I wanted to talk about was his Ki Blast. So I do like his Ki Blast. I think his Ki Blast is really solid. It's good for, like, you know, pressure and stuff like that. So when he does it right here, you know, it's frame advantage 20 and stuff like that. But here's my suggestion. He has the fast version, then he has the slow to fast version. There should be a completely slow version, right? It's not super duper slow, but it's slow, similar to like a Sonic Boom from Gaio, right? So when he does this, it goes a little bit faster, and then you're able to follow up. Like, you're able to dash behind it, right? You're able to dash behind it. You can use it as cover. You know, you can super dash and then have the Ki Blast come from behind and then have some type of pressure behind it. Or you can even teleport. So when you do that, you have time to teleport and get close to them and, you know, do some type of mix or do it with the assist and create chaos and stuff like that. So I think there should be the fast version. I mean, the fast version, the slow into the fast version, and then the slow version where you can follow up like a Sonic Boom. I think that would be pretty cool. You can make it be like down, back, 3, similar to like how Frieza has the laser eye beam. So that's how you can make it like really slow. I think that would be a great addition to his arsenal. The next move I wanted to talk about was his teleport. His teleport, I think it sucks. To be honest with you, I think it sucks, man. 28 frame startup, number one, which is just really slow. really, really slow. And then here's my problem. He has this one which stays in front, right? He has that stays in front. He has the medium version which stays in front but goes a little bit further back. Why it stays in front. And then the EX, I thought the EX was faster. I was like, yo, the EX version is faster and it goes behind them. No, it just goes behind them, but it's the same frame. I think that's horrible. So here's my suggestion. So, number one, the medium version. Well, no. This is what I think should happen. I think when you hold the button, right? When you hold the button, he stays in front. He stays in front on the ground. If you tap it, it does this. It stays in the air. But if you hold the button, he stays on the ground, right? He's literally, it teleports him to the ground and then whatever. So you have the option because he can't do it in the air. So allow him that option to either when he does the teleport, he can stay grounded or he could be propped up in the air, right? That's number one. Number two, the medium version should go behind them. The medium version, this version right here should go behind them, right? He should have the light version and the medium version that does that, right? It goes behind them. I think that would be way more useful than that right there. That's silly. Let him have the front version and the behind version, right? Which will be crazy, which will be pretty cool. You know, allow him mix-ups and stuff like that. My suggestion also is make it faster. So you see how it's 28 frames? Shave off like 4 frames. So instead of it being 28, let it be 24, right? Let it be 24. And then the EX version just has a load of options, right? So the EX version, number one, should be like 22 frames or 20 frames. So it should just be a lot faster than it should just be faster, not a lot faster, but it should be faster than the regular versions, right? Number two, you're able to choose what side you want to be on. So when you do the EX version, if you press forward, my bad. If you press forward, right? If you press forward or like down, so just something, right? If you press like down, for example, if you do it and you hold down, he stays in front. But if you press, if you just tap it, he goes behind him. And then obviously, the way I was saying before, where you stay grounded and stuff like that. If you hold the button, he stays grounded. If you tap the button, he goes in the air like normal. So I think those changes will work out for him really, really good as well. Excuse me. Another change that I would like for the character to have, hear me out, right, is you see this move? When he DACs, right? When he DACs, he should be able to follow, because he could do it in the air. He should be able to DHC into that and you know, he doesn't have to wait till you're grounded. He should be able to do it in the air. I think that would be great for the character. I think that would work out so good if he was able to DHC and it homes in. No matter where you at, it homes in and he does that move, right? You don't, like, people were like, oh, let him do the other super, the other level one. But to be honest with you, I think that move should be the DHC, but it just homes in. It literally homes in. It does a good amount of damage for it being the level 1. And, you know, I think it would be really good if he was able to do that. And the last thing is the C assist. His C assist definitely just does not track good. Let me show you guys what's the problem when it comes to that move.
To a god. Obey your god.
Is it him standing up? I forgot how it works exactly. Let me see. But I know it doesn't track good.
Then how about this?
There was something weird. I don't remember what it was, but I seen somebody pretty much showed it on Twitter where it wasn't tracking good. I don't know how it's done, but it just wasn't tracking good. So they showed it within a combo. They showed it on Brawly as well, where he was like crouching and he just wasn't getting hit. I'm not too sure how it works exactly, but it just wasn't working good. And yeah, definitely just make it that it tracks completely, no matter where they at. I think that would be a great fix for the character as well. So those are the changes for these 3 characters, pretty much. But there's more characters that I want to talk about, so let's get to it. What's going on, guys? So, you know, we're going to continue this discussion with these characters that I want to see changes for. So, Jiren, UI Goku, and Nappa, these are the changes that I would like to see. So let's get to it with Jiren at first. So I like this move. I think it is definitely a lot better than what it is, but it still has a major flaw, which is that you're able to jump out of it. You're able to vanish away from it. You're able to level 3 him. And I don't feel like it's very rewarding. Yeah, it counters a lot of things, but the reward is still, to me, very low. Like, yeah, you could get a super. Yeah, you can do the level 3, but or vanish, right? But I still feel like it's not really rewarding. Like, really think about it. It's just not that rewarding, right? The one change that I will make, well, 2 changes that I will make is, 1, you're able to call assist right away. As soon as you do the move, at any point, you're able to call your assist. You're not able to do that when you use this move, right? So when I do this, I can't call it right away, right? So it doesn't allow me to call the assist right away, in which you can't combo it. So I think you should be able to call the assist at any point. The second change I will make for Jiren is pretty much that when he gets the hit, it knocks him down. It's a soft knockdown, so they end up flipping and stuff like that. But he gets a soft knockdown. So like if you have him in the corner, you can combo the move, and it just makes it easier for you to use the assist and combo and stuff like that. And in that trade-off, because then it might be too powerful, just make it a light scaling and maybe reduce the damage to 1,300 as opposed to 1,500 or even 1,200. So that way, it's not doing too much damage and being overly strong. Or even make it 1,000, but you're able to combo it much easier. So you're still getting potentially way more damage than you usually will get, without even having to use the meter. But with that trade-off, you're doing less damage and it's light scaling. I don't know if it's light scaling now, to be honest with you, but if it's not, then change it into light scaling and allow him to combo with the assist and stuff like that. I think that would be a great change. The second change I would like is for the shoulder rush, this move right here, to have more range. And if you hold the S button, he's charging up, which allows him to go even further. And as he's charging up, he still notifies Ki Blast and beams. I think that would be a great change for the character. And of course, have it as the assist as well, where it goes further than right now, right? Let it be like right here, and he's able to connect. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be a great change. And then if he charges it, then he's able to go even further and negate Ki Blast and beams. I mean, my whole point is that he's just supposed to control neutral very well. That's the whole point of this character. He doesn't really have mix-ups. He does have a mix-up, but it's not real. It's to catch them off guard when they're sleeping on, when they're guarding and stuff like that. So I feel like that would be a great change for the character. So I wanted to talk about Nappa, and this is a quick change for the character that I would like to see. So the B assist doesn't track, right? And he only does it once. If he hits you with that elbow. But if you're blocking the assist, he only does that, right? So I would like to see that change. I would like to see that no matter what, he does the full version. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, he does this.
Out of my sight.
Just let him do that.
Technique.
Let him legit do that. Let him be able to have that move and do both. You know what I'm saying? And let it have long recovery. So when he does it, boom, boom, and then he stays there for a bit, and then he disappears. So that way you're able to punish it. If anything, he stays out longer than like other assists. So that would be like the nerf to the move, but the buff will be that no matter what, he does both. And let it be like 38 block stun or something like that, but the trade-off is that he stays out for quite some time, and you're able to punish him and stuff like that. I think that would be a great change for the character. And then I wanted to talk about UI Goku, so let's get to that. All right, so when it comes to UI Goku, this is definitely going to be nerfs. But not nerfs in the sense of nerfing his mix-up and stuff like that. Just being able to punish him. That's what I want. Leave his mix-ups alone. Let him have those mix-ups and stuff like that, but let it be punishable. So, for example, check this out, right? This is one of the changes that I would do for the wake-up DP that he has. All right. So, boom. Now, I know people are going to be like, yeah, but you shouldn't be in the air anyway, and blah, blah, blah. The issue is this game is chaotic, right? And the thing is that I feel like when he does the move, as soon as he does the move, and let's say you're in the air, because sometimes you may super dash and some crazy thing happens, you may drop the combo, whatever, he going to hold the button. I think it's super unfair that he's able to do that move and then get away, and then there's no recovery. So my change for the move is that as soon as he does it, wherever you at, that's where he does the DP to, and then he drops, and then there's some recovery. This game already has way too many defensive tools that are very useful for him to have an extremely good DP, wake-up DP, with another wake-up DP, with a possibly another wake-up DP that's 4 frames. Like, he just has a crazy amount of defensive tools, including that he has mix-ups. So I feel like if he wakes up with that move, he should be able to be punished no matter what, whether he's on the ground or in the air, right? So when he does it in the air, he doesn't fly away from you like that. He literally stops right there, and then there's a bit of recovery, so that way you can punish the move. I think that would be pretty fair. And then the other moves I wanted to talk about was this move right here. Give me 1 second. Right? So you see how that's -18, right? You see how that's -18, but when he does the flip, right? When he does the flip, it's only -5. I mean, the move is already hard to deal with, number one. I done seen everybody get caught by that move one way or another. But for it to be -5 is crazy, right? Here's the crazy part. Here's the really crazy part. Right? So when he does that move, it is literally -3. How do you reflect a move and it becomes even more safe? That's bullshit. That's actually bullshit. That move should, regardless, that move, if I block that move, I should be able to punish you, right? Like, that's the whole point of the mix-up. I should be able to punish you if you do that move. So I think that move should definitely be negative. And then when he does the command throw, just add like a little bit more recovery. That's it. Just add like 5 to 7 more frames of recovery. I feel like whenever he does the flip move, he's taking a huge risk, right? Like, he's doing that to open you up. He has a move that is plus frames, right? Then he has the beam, and then he has a command throw. Like, he literally, it's crazy. And he could do the DP, the sparking DP. That move that he, you know, it has 4 frames of it has invincibility on the 4th frame. So he has so many things he could do out of the flip. So I feel like he should just be punishable. He should literally be punishable. When he does the command throw, it should have more recovery frames. And when he does the beam, it should just be punishable. It should be like -18 the way it is when he does it regularly. Just let it be punishable. But I think everything should be the same frames, the same startup, all that stuff. When he does the wake up DP punch, let it be the same startup. But in all honesty, the minute that if you're in the air and he does it and you block it, it should stop right there, drop, and then there should be recovery. Or of course he could vanish, whatever the case may be. But let it be more punishable. I mean, it's just crazy how he has all this stuff and it's just like really not punishable, you know? If he does the wake up DP on the ground, it's punishable. But he has options out of that as well, which is ludicrous to me. It's crazy for him to have that. But those would be the changes that I would have for those characters. And there's a few more changes, so we're going to get to it. All right, what's good? So now we're here with Vegeta, Videl, Cooler. I do have something to talk about Zamatsu that I forgot earlier in the video, so I wanted to bring that up. So with Vegito, not too many changes, to be honest with you. Just more so give him the meter gain back. I feel like when he gets the hit, it should be super rewarding. So let him get his meter gain back, because I know a lot of people talk about that. But I have a change that I would like to see. So this move right here is a cool move, right? But the thing is like when you're super high in the air, you can't hit with it. one of the changes that I would like to see with that move is to extend it even more with more range. So when he's high up, he can pretty much grab you, right? Like he can pretty much hit you with that. Because it's not like that move is like OD anyway. So give him more range. And the second one is you could do forward and Ki Blast, right? And when you do forward and Ki Blast, the angle of the move is like, let's say Cell's right there, and I do it, it will hit him at that angle. Where he's at, boom, it will be able to connect. And you will do that to be able to punish them. Like, let's say they whiffing a move, you could do either the regular sword Ki Blast, or you could do the angle Ki Blast sword, whatever the move is called, to be honest with you, and be able to hit them kind of like in a sideward angle, right? Instead of downward, it'll be more at a diagonal angle, pretty much, where I'll be able to hit him from like right there. You know what I'm saying? And obviously it will have less range, so it don't be too OD. But nonetheless, like if you're right here, you can catch them, boom, and throw the sword at them, and then be able to combo from there. I think that would be a good change for the character. So he'll be able to control neutral more, because he's also a character that he doesn't really have strong mix, but he controls the neutral pretty much. So let's get to the Videl. Not big of a change here, to be honest with you. More so her DP. Her DP is horrible. 16 frame startup. I feel like this move should be at least like 10 to 11 frames. She sucks. Like, and defensively, she just sucks. She's horrible, right? So definitely, I think that move should be faster. I think that move should be like 11 frames, shave off 5 frames, let it come out faster, because that move is so slow. It's crazy how slow that move is. Let me see.
That's enough. Take this.
So that move,
That's enough.
that's a pretty cool move, right?
Take this.
So I had an idea. I had an idea where when he does that move, right? When you call Gohan and he throw that one move, I was thinking that you could have it that he does the same moves, right? But if you press at a different angle, he throws 2 of them, right? He throws 2 of them.
Take this.
And it kind of homes in on you. I think it kind of homes in on you now, to be honest with you. Let me see.
That's enough.
Oh, not even. So I was thinking that you could throw that move, and it kind of homes in on the opponent, right? Like it'll home in, and it'll track them. It's probably a little bit slower, but it'll home in on them, like enhancing her offense. I feel like doing something like that, when you get the knockdown, you have the Ki Blast allowing you to be able to pressure them without assists, you know what I'm saying? Or just be able to follow up with it. And similar to what I was saying with Goku Black, where you can follow up behind your Ki Blast. Pretty much you could do that. I mean, you could do that now, right? You could do that now, but it'll home in pretty much for sure. Like, even if you, like, it has good tracking as well, and it'll follow the opponent. I mean, you could super dash through it. You could get rid of it with a Ki Blast. I think it would be pretty cool, though. She's supposed to have I want her to be the Akuma, pretty much. I want her to be the Akuma of the game, where she just overwhelms you with offense, but her defense is horrible, right? And, you know, just make her DP faster and make that move be able to track. Like, either you give it a different input, where you can have that one, or you can have the one that it tracks pretty much, and it's slower, but it tracks, you know. So those are my things that I will have for those characters, pretty much, that I would like to see change. Oh, and Cooler. I forgot about Cooler. So the change that I would like to see is stand medium have a little bit more range. So there's certain cases where the tail will hit, and then stand medium won't hit. Let me see if I can make it happen. See, like right there, you see how I hit, and I wasn't able to connect? Just make it that it's able to connect a little bit further. So like, see, like right there, let it connect. Because there'll be times where you'll combo, right? There'll be times where you combo Like you'll get the hit, boom, and then you're not able to hit with the stand medium, and it kind of sucks, man, to be honest with you. So I feel like that move should have a little bit more range, just a little bit more range, right? Like let it have more range, so there's more consistency with it hitting, pretty much. So I want to talk about Cell real quick. Just a quick change that I would like to see with Cell. So with Cell, he has this move. I don't know why they gave him this.
How's this?
That move. What is that?
How's this?
I don't like that move. What they should give him is the light rolling crush or whatever this move is.
Disappointing.
Right? Just have that. But you know the reason why they don't give him that is because of the overhead attack. I mean, you could change the property and make it that it's not an overhead attack, right? Like you could just do that and make it that it's not an overhead, but it hits. I think that would be really cool for him to have that move, but I don't think they'll put that, man, which is why they gave him that move instead. And I mean, it has its use because it does restand, I guess, but I don't know. I would have much preferred that move to be it, you know, but they're not going to do that. Anything that's a lower overhead, they're just not going to give that character, you know, that move. I would even rather him do that. I would rather him do that, to be honest with you. Give him this then. Literally give him that. Like, let him jump up in the air and then do that, and then he has like bad recovery. Give him that move, as a matter of fact. Yeah, forget about rolling crush. Let him do that. Let him literally do this, and it connects. Because you can super dash through that anyway. So like, let him have that as a special move. That would be mad cool for him to have that. So yeah, those are my changes for those characters pretty much. You know, I think that will work out really good. Oh shoot, I forgot one more thing. So with Zamasu, how can I forget? I talked about one assist, but I didn't talk about the other assist that he has. So let's get to that real quick. With Zamatsu, I will change the C assist. This C assist. Oh. I don't like that. It comes out pretty fast. Damn, it comes out pretty fast. My issue with the move, though, in all honesty, is I just don't feel like it's really all that good. I don't feel like it's that good, to be honest with you. So here's the change that I will make. I will make it that his B assist is his C assist. If you don't know what his B assist is the slash move, right? So it's Eternal Justice. Right? I will make that move be the C assist, and it will track no matter where you at. It will track no matter where you at. So literally, if you're in the air and you're comboing, he'll do that move, boom, and then he'll knock you down, and you're able to extend the combo. I will make that the C move. What would I make the B move, right? I will make the B move be so he will jump in the air and do that pretty much. That will be the B assist. And it'll semi-track. It'll actually be a semi-tracking move. So like let's say you right here, let's say you mad close, he'll pop up right here and do the move. Let's say you're like full screen, he'll end up like right here and do the move. He'll make sure that the move connects. That's the whole point of the move, is that it'll track with the key blast and make sure that it connects pretty much, right? If it's a small character, it'll probably be like right here. But regardless, it'll connect, and that will be his B assist, right? So it'll have semi-tracking ability, right? And then the C assist will be that swipe move, and those will be the changes that I will have for Zamasu pretty much. And then I want to talk about battle mechanics real quick, so let's get to that. All right, so let's talk about the battle mechanics, the changes that I would like to see when it comes to Super Dash and Raw Tag. I don't hate Super Dash. I do hate Raw Tag and the way it is. With Super Dash, I would like to just see it negative, like -3 or even -4, right? So the thing about Super Dash is that you could do, like, look, you could do pretty much anything. You could do backdash, you could do that, right? You could do an attack, And the thing is, if you look at the frame data, it's 0. And it becomes -1 when you land on the ground. So that's why people are able to super dash and then able to get away. It's 21 frames. It's hard to react when somebody's close. Like, it's way too hard to react with a down age or anything of the sort. They over here, it's hard to react, right? So I feel like it should be -3, -4. I don't hate the move, and I don't think it should be punishable. I just think it should be more unsafe. So that way it's harder for them to backdash. It's harder for them to do an attack. It's harder for them to do anything. I feel like when you commit to something like this, it should just be unsafe. I mean, it should just be more negative, right? But not unsafe, but just more negative, pretty much, right? So that's the thing.
I'm not gonna hold anything back. I'm not gonna hold anything back.
But raw tag, man. Raw tag is a bitch.
Now it's my turn.
Look at how fast that is. Mind you, you can call an assist. You can call an assist to make it to make it safe for you to come in, and even then, it's so hard to punish it. It's so hard to punish it, and it has the same properties as a super dash. I think that's bullshit. I think it's absolute bullshit. You can call the assist and raw tag. You can raw tag in the air, on the ground. It comes from different angles. It's just crazy. I do feel like raw tag should be punishable. I think raw tag, if you're gonna do raw tag like that, I think it's fine when you combo it, you know, and things like that. But or you use an assist to make it safe, right? But I definitely think it should be punishable. I think it should. I don't know if it should be as punishable as a guard cancel, but it should just be punishable. I think it's absolute bullshit that you can raw tag and come in and get a combo and do 50-60% and all that stuff. Some other people made suggestions where raw tag should just, if it hits you, you shouldn't combo, right? That could be another thing too. But I think raw tag, you know, and I'm not talking about as you're comboing and then you do the tag. No, not the hit tag. I'm talking about raw tag when you just do it like this.
You take it from here.
That something has to give. And funny enough, Bandai actually spoke about it. They said something along the lines, do you feel like, are you happy with Super Dash in general? And Super Dash, I'm okay with. It should be more negative. It should be like -3, -4. Not -5, but I think -3, -4. But raw tag, I think is bullshit. I think that shit right there needs to be nerfed. It needs to be punishable. Real talk. Some way, somehow, it needs to be punishable. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but it's too crazy. Like, I have you like this, and then you do something like that. Look how fast that is. Like, it's so hard to react to that. That's why you see a lot of people, they do like a block string, and then they end up pulling back. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, damn, like, you got to do all that, but then now, pretty much, they could call the assist and then make it safe, and you have to jump and guess when they're going to do it, and it's just a whole bunch of nonsense. So that's something that I would like to be, I like to see, you know, fixed pretty much, because it's just nonsense. I think raw tag is just absolutely nonsense, and it needs to be nerfed. Please nerf that. One last thing, I just would like to see maybe another offensive mechanic included in the game. You know, they added this, which is cool. I think that was really cool that they added that. But maybe one more thing. If not one more thing, maybe have this be like 22 frames and maybe have this be like 17 frames. Because this is 19 up close, right? So it's 19. Maybe have it like 18, 17, and maybe have this like 23 or 22. Just a little bit faster. Make it a little bit faster, or maybe have it that Dragon Rush scales a little bit less. I don't know, something just to make matches a little bit faster, make it a little bit easier to hit your opponent. Because to be honest with you, when you're by yourself, it's like 1v1s. I don't know if people notice, but when it comes down to the 1v1 matches, it kind of gets like, I don't know, I find it a little bit boring, to be honest with you. Like when I used to watch Marvel 3 and it was 1v1, it was mad fun because you do have your grabs, characters have like overheads and just different ways of opening you up, right? Like they have tick throws, they have a whole bunch of stuff that they can open you up with. And in that game, air throws is 1 frame. In this game, there's no such thing as, oh, and there's chip. There was chip. So in Marvel 3, if it's a 1v1, if it did happen, there was chip. You could do chip, you could do air throws, you could do grounded throws. There was many ways to open up your opponent when it came down to the 1v1, right? In this game, though, in this game, it's super difficult. Trust me on this and pay attention from here on out. Whenever you see a 1v1 battle, and especially if they both have like high health, it takes long. It actually takes long. Just really pay attention. Because this is slow. This is slow. You know what I'm saying? And there's no one frame command throw in the air. Your command throw, your throw is that. You understand? I would like to see these moves be sped up a bit, just because the 1v1. The 1v1 is when things get really slow, in a game that's already slow. So just literally pay attention to your 1v1s from here on out. I promise you, you're gonna be like, damn, Bum is right. It does take a little bit long when it becomes the 1v1s just to get an opening, because you're gonna see this a lot. You're gonna see people do this. This is what the game turns out to now. So when you see the 1v1, this is what it goes into. And then they if they avoid the corner, right, and you put them in a block string, they reset, start doing this again. This is what you're gonna see.
Now then.
And it's boring. It's actually boring, because even when you get them in a block string, it's like this game doesn't really have crazy mix-ups compared to Marvel 3. So the thing that needs to just be either another offensive mechanic, or they need to speed this up and speed this up. Literally, just speed it up, man. So that way the 1v1s, or you can do this. You can speed it up, and also let's say I hit with that and I get a counter, I'm able to combo it. I'm able to combo it from a counter. So let's say I do this and I bait out a low, right? I bait out a low, boom, and they get hit. Now I'm able to combo it. Like they get a little bit of stun, and then you're able to do an actual combo. There just needs to be something that when it comes down to the 1v1, or when my character doesn't have, let's say I don't have no meter and I'm down to the last character, you know, I'm able to open up my opponent a little bit easier and get a little bit more damage. Like the limit break, okay, you're able to apply damage more than usually from Season 1, Season 2, but let's be real, man. The game still takes long, and I just want matches to be sped up a little bit faster than what it is now. So that's pretty much how I feel when it comes down to the battle mechanics and, a few changes that needs to be done. And then I got one last thing, guys. One last thing. All right, so on to the last thing. And I'm here for a reason. Can we please get some more stages? Please. This is crazy. This right here, right? This stage and this stage is the same stage. So all together we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 14 stages, but one is just an alternate stage, right? Alternate version of the same stage. Can we get like 3, 4 more stages? Is it possible? Like, come on, man. There's iconic places in Dragon Ball that have not been used yet. Like, literally. Come on, let's make it happen. 3 or 4 more stages for the game, or even 5. I feel like, sell it. You know how many people will buy stages? Including me, for sure. Like, I sell it as DLC, separate DLC. Give us more stages. Like, people demand it. People want it. They want these stages, and I don't blame them. And the stages look beautiful. They look nice, but we have these little bit of stages here. We want to see some new stages, man. I think it would be great for the game. So, pretty much, that will be the end of this video. Please, guys, please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube and hit that bell icon, so that way you can receive all the notifications and know when I post up a video, something like this. you know, I plan to do more things like this. I don't know how often. I'm not, you know, I try whenever I can, but I host Wednesdays, Dragon Ball Fighters for PC, and then Saturdays as well. So my time be taken up even more so now, you know. But yeah, definitely please subscribe. And then also, you know, add me on Facebook and follow me on Twitch as well, which that's going to be in the description. And I'm also going to put it in the comment section as well. So please, guys, please support HOC. And don't forget that your boy will be commentating the Dragon Ball Fighters Nationals. So make sure to look out for that. It's going to be on Sundays, I think, for 3 weeks. I'll be commentating. I'm not too sure with who. I'm going to find out. I'm going to ask one of them and see who I'm going to be commentating with and see how, you know, that's going to go down. But once again, make sure to join the chaos on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube as well and hit that bell icon. I appreciate all you guys. It means a lot with how much y'all been supporting, because of y'all supporting what I do. You know, this is where I'm at. Literally, this is where I'm at, and it's a beautiful thing, and I want to be able to do more and more and more. So, you know, just support me. Thank you so much for tuning into my streams and watching my videos. Appreciate you guys, and see y'all soon.
What a match. Let's go.